One of the things that I feel like brings your videos out with the storytelling is that you have that second server that you get the like flying cams.
So
and
I
stuff.
recreated it on my private server.
The fact that you go through the effort to recreate what was happening on the actual server on your private server for the camera angles is so sick.
How long does it take you to do that stuff? How do you match that up?
So I watch the footage and kind of get a vague idea of what it's going to be like. Everything's recorded by that point. All the gameplay's done. Like the conclusion of the story has occurred. Otherwise, what's the point in going? Of course. Because some people have this conception that it's like, I'm like, okay, well now before I raid them, I have to recreate it to figure out how it's going to work. And there's no benefit to that because I try to line it up as best as I can. So I take the seed of the map, which you can find online, and so it's like an exact replica of the map itself, like prop gen, procedurally generated wise. And then I just try to eyeball it, building walls and building gatehouses and keeps and towers and stuff.
Wow.
And so, I mean, if you look very closely, you'll notice little things that are off.
I don't think anyone's playing spot the difference.
Well, you play the angles too, so you make it tricky. Like sometimes it's like you'll build a gate and it's like
there's nothing behind it.
Yes. So, but it's really fun doing that. So usually what I do is I make the like all the foundations and of stuff, and then I at here everyone in like my Patreon and Twitch sub Discord. And say, hey guys, I need your help. So I have like 10 little busy worker bees.
Right.
Then I'm like, send them a picture, and they're like, they help me put it up.
Does anyone ever troll you when you ask them to do that? Does anyone ever not comply or fuck it up for everyone?
So I've come back like a few days later because I do everything that day. You know, all the recording, all the demos and stuff. I've come back, and the thing is, I'm spawning in hundreds of thousands of resources. So I've come back and there's just like massive fortresses like 10 feet away from the set piece. And it's like,
and you kind of have
who did this?
You just remove that shit, right? You're
yeah. I'm like, delete.
Godzilla. Fucking bastard.
Boom.
Yeah. So, I mean, you must genuinely love that process of kind of crafting the story, right? I mean, how did you actually say how long you'd spend on the average video? Like,
So I'd say in terms of like a typical Rust gameplay one will be like, anywhere between 6 and 18 hours of footage.
Right.
So there's kind of a little bit of variety there. And then building those sets, I mean, if it's really big, it'll take, 5-6 hours or something.
Right.
And then editing and stuff, I mean, that's 40, 50 hours or so.
Wow. What's more difficult, getting the good footage, like those like special moments on Rust, or the process of putting the video together and working out the editing and the angles and things like? Because I know with DayZ, because I used to record and try and make DayZ videos, the hardest part was always just getting the content in the first place. Like, maybe you would even have like an insanely good day on DayZ, and then the footage would be corrupt or something would go wrong. The game would crash. Or
man, I've had those moments where you put in hours and hours and you have this shining beacon right at the end, and you're like, this is how it's going to be. This is how it's going to end. It's going to be magnificent. And then it just all goes to shit somehow.
Yep. No, I feel it. I've been trying to make another Rust video for like over a year. It's fucking impossible.
Yeah, it's because you just suck at the game.
It's because I was trying to always do a narrative thing like you, but I would go in and talk to people. Now everybody recognizes me whenever I open my mouth. So it's impossible.
Is that a problem for you as well, getting recognized? It must be getting pretty up there.
Yeah, and the thing is, my bad fake accents are also beginning to get recognized.
Yeah.
Because I need to branch out, find some new ones.
Well, you've been working on your Australian accent while you're here. Last night we were...
What's going on, bro?
Or was it the night before? Yeah, you were just fucking... We were pretty drunk. And Welyn was just walking through the streets of LA, just... How you going?
How you going?
Yeah, no, it's
you
coming
dog.
along. It's coming along. You should join the Australian servers and try and blend in and see if they notice.
All the servers are toxic.
Oh, they're brutal.
Fuck.
They're brutal.
The most toxic, which is like, I had the most fun on them originally.
I miss them.
But now I can't.
I'm too far from them right now.
What? Because you're here in LA?
Yeah.